I did a water freezer test with a Mini-Tactical, and these are for gifting, cell towers. I left the water in a little longer than normal. You can see it cracked right there, but look at that stalactite formation and the energetic presence of just a Mini-Tactical. So again, these water tests, water is the ultimate sponge of intent and energy and frequency, and water never lies. And people are doing these tests when they get their devices, and they're seeing just with like a small freebie that's smaller than this, that they're getting this noticeable difference between control sample and the organized sample. And so, look at that, it's beautiful. Look at that, man. So this is significant because this is the structuring effect that it does to EMF. EMF is very chaotic and unorganized, so to speak. But that's why it's so harmful to our cells, and will affect our health, obviously, is because it's just so chaotic and void of life force. It's dead energy, so it has no structure, and it's very incoherent. So our cells can't communicate like they need to be, so that's why they're seeing cancer cell growth, and with these poor rats they're doing testing on, and they're getting tumors, and people are getting tumors, glioma and head tumor, where they put their phones and stuff. So I mean, the science shows that cell phone radiation is carcinogenic, and will break DNA at just 2.45 gigahertz, which is our current Wi-Fi system. Look up the LIE study from the University of Washington in 1995. Clear DNA breakage and carcinogenic. So it's void of structure, void of life. That's why we want to bury these around cell towers, because it'll pull in. It's got, it's an accumulator, but it's also able to convert and transform the energy once it's accumulated in there, and then it repels it out. So it does that with just naturally, because metals will pull in and repel. The organic component, the resin, pulls in. This is what Wilhelm Reich found. And so then when you add a Tesla coil, something to route the energy, then you're bringing it in, you're pulling it out. And when we do the negative ion readings, you can see the fluctuation between negative and positive. That's because it's pulling in energy and repelling it out, pulling in, repelling it out. And you do that. You take that same reader and put it next to a piece of black tourmaline, which is absorbs radiation well, and it doesn't have any of that. There's no fluctuations at all. It's like zero. So that's why it's really effective to put the tourmaline and the shungite and all that actually in the device. So once the energy is pulled in, it'll be able to help out, with structuring and transmuting of that energy. So, well, yeah, it's cracking here. So I'm going to get a couple pictures of this. But yeah, the water test, the plant tests, this plant over here sprouted up those 3 smaller arms when I made the Russian chembuster, the big boy. And it blew Sarah's mind, because that thing was dying for like a long time. She'd had it for 8 years, and it was on its last legs, and now look at it now. Bam! So, and that's, the chembuster was in the front yard, not even near this. So anyways, the water tests are significant for all the reasons we mentioned, because, if you look at Masaru Emoto's work, even just intention and words and frequencies will affect water. So when you add an Oregon device that was made with, it's made with all these amazing elements, plus, tones and intent when they're curing, in the sound accumulator box that we have, it's going to be a nice little device to put around cell towers, and put these around your house, put these on Wi-Fi routers. We have appliance shields, but, you can put these really anywhere. But I wanted to make these more affordable so you can go get your towers. We need to focus on that. So, yeah, this is the latest water freezer test. Pretty cool. taking another look at this, it's really cool how it's going in literally every direction. You can see it's going down there, it's going out to the side, and it's going up in every direction, right? So all places are covered, you know. So this is, you know, when you're trying to understand how orgonite works, the structuring, it's the same thing it's doing to the water, like I said, is the same thing it's going to do to the EMF. And so when you're needing EMF that's coming from all directions to be structured and pulled in and then structured and transmuted and repelled, these devices will do that. They'll be able to pull it in from all directions and then repel it out into all directions as well. So we could see the evidence of that in how the water stalactites are going in every direction.